another big week in NFTs. I'll just touch on a few things. First up, Altered State Machine did their ASTO token claim for Genesis Brain holders. So if you were a Genesis Brain holder, you could claim 7,152 ASTO tokens and per brain, and now they've got their discovery auction underway. Once you claimed your ASTO tokens, you then had the chance, if you wanted, to put that in the discovery auction. So that's a 7-day process where they get the price of ASTO, and that depends on how much ASTO versus USDC is put in. It's a bit of a process, and there are a few videos out there explaining this. After the 7 days, anything in there gets locked away for 3 months as liquidity providing for ASTO and USDC to swap between. During that period, you can still use, you get a liquidity provider token, and you can still use that to generate Gen 2 brains. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the price. I haven't been following it too closely, so I wasn't comfortable in putting in, especially when I've only got 1 brain worth of ASTO. Not sure when, but the next thing will be the AFA character token claim, ASTO token claim. One of the first NFTs I bought was a Colonist, and they have just released their 3D models. So I had my 2D, and now it's been upgraded to a 3D, which is pretty cool. Seekers had their first round of reveals. If you had a standard beacon, it came out this week. It's about 53% or something of standards. And so there's still a whole bunch of unrevealeds. I think the unrevealed floor is now about 0.23 ETH. The standards are still just above mint price. I'm expecting that we might get both the rare and mythic reveals this week. We'll just have to see how that goes. Brandverse did a competition to name and brand their upcoming NFT release, which is a watch. So you'll get a physical and a NFT version of the watch. I'll do a whole separate video on Brandverse, but yeah, that just closed, and up next their competition is to create the logo for it. So if you want to get involved and get a, I think you get a free ambassador token, which is currently about 2 ETH. Yeah, could be worth checking that out. Universexyz launched their NFT marketplace this week. They still have a few other features to add to it, but it's launched and you can buy and sell NFTs on it. Had to play around with it earlier in the week. Seems to work pretty well. Aaron McDonald, one of the guys on the FLUF team, he released some alpha over the weekend, or potential alpha. So he was in the Discord. When the FLUF guys are in the Discord, anyone in there tries to get alpha out of them, so they're asking questions. I asked a question about what trait is going to be important next, and he said the honey drip trait. So potentially something lined up for, that's a party bear trait, so potentially something lined up for them. He also posted a bit on Twitter recently about how April is and Q2 is going to be huge for FLUFs. So excited to see all the things that they have planned. It sounds like definitely there's going to be mycelium token news and potentially breeding news before Easter. And, you know, like bunny rabbit or Easter rabbits, they have eggs, and, you know, they give gifts around Easter. So who knows, maybe we should expect something, maybe not. But yeah, looking forward to that. They also teased their upcoming changes to the underground. So they'll be releasing the layer 2 solution, which makes scene and sound swaps way cheaper. And that'll also enable swaps with party bears, scenes and sounds, and I think seekers too, even though we haven't revealed any backgrounds or sounds or anything for seekers yet. Ethereum also seems to be finally keeping above, like decently above 3K, which is 3K US, which is cool to see. I think it's about $3,450 US at the moment. Another NFT that seems to be going crazy at the moment, maybe the next Bored Ape, who knows, Azuki's. So they minted in January for 1 ETH. They're currently sitting at 29 ETH each, and they just got airdropped 2 NFTs per Azuki, and we don't even know what these are yet. I think they're called beans, and they are currently sitting at just under 6 ETH floor price. So if you bought an Azuki for 1 ETH, it's worth 29 ETH now, and then you got an additional almost 12 ETH worth of airdrop. That's a pretty awesome return. There's just a few notable things from the week. I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of fun things to update you on in April, especially with this lead up to Easter and FLUF World. So we'll see you soon.